It's New Year's Day, 2023, in the quiet suburbs of Cohasset, Massachusetts. As families celebrate the dawn of a new year, one woman vanishes without a trace. Anna Walsh, a mother of three, is missing.
Just minutes ago, a vigil in Cohasset for Anna Walsh, the mother of three who's been missing since New Year's Day. While investigators continue their search, Anna's friends cling to the hope that she'll come home safe.
What begins as a simple missing persons case quickly spirals into something far more sinister. Her husband, Brian Walshy, becomes the prime suspect, and soon the disturbing truth begins to unravel. Today, we will dive deep into the chilling story of Anna Walshy's disappearance and murder, a tale of deceit, manipulation, and a trail of incriminating evidence that shocks an entire community. Anna Walshy, a 39-year-old real estate executive, was last seen by her husband, Brian Walshy, on New Year's Day 2023. According to Brian, she had left their home early in the morning, intending to catch a flight to Washington, D.C. for work. However, Anna never made it to the airport, nor did she show up in Washington. Days passed, and no one heard from her. Family, friends, and co-workers grew increasingly concerned as her absence became more suspicious. After 3 days of silence, Anna's employer reported her missing on January 4th, 2023. This is where the case truly began. Initially, authorities treated it as a routine missing persons case, but very quickly, things took a dark turn. Brian Walshy told investigators that Anna had left for the airport in a ride-share vehicle. However, a closer look at traffic cameras, phone records, and credit card transactions revealed no evidence that Anna had ever taken a ride-share or even left her home that morning. The mystery deepened. Brian Walshy's behavior in the days after Anna disappeared began raising red flags. Despite his wife vanishing, Brian showed little concern. He claimed that he didn't report her missing because Anna had a habit of traveling frequently for work, often without communicating much. However, friends and colleagues who knew Anna disputed this claim, stating that she was highly responsible and would never go off the grid like this. On January 2nd, just a day after Anna's disappearance, Brian made a series of alarming purchases that would soon become crucial pieces of evidence in the case against him. Surveillance footage captured him buying hundreds of dollars worth of cleaning supplies, including mops, buckets, tarps, and bleach, from a local Home Depot. He paid in cash, as if trying to avoid a paper trail. When investigators later questioned him about these purchases, his responses were vague and inconsistent. Perhaps the most damning evidence against Brian Walshy came from his own internet search history. After authorities obtained a warrant to search his electronic devices, they uncovered a series of chilling searches that painted a grim picture of his intentions. These searches, made in the days immediately following Anna's disappearance, included how to dispose of a 115-pound body, how long does it take for a body to decompose, how to clean bloodstains. These searches indicated not only that Anna might be dead, but that Brian had likely played a direct role in her death and was now seeking ways to cover his tracks.
If he did this, it would be smart for him to become clean.
It is a absolutely crushing circumstantial case.
You could hear a pin drop as the prosecutor went from Google search to Google search to Google search to Google search.
Each search further implicated him in his wife's disappearance and potential murder. The Walshy family home quickly became the focal point of the investigation. Crime scene investigators found a staggering amount of forensic evidence, much of which pointed to foul play. Blood was discovered in various parts of the home, particularly in the basement. Investigators also found a knife that had traces of Anna's blood on it, suggesting that she had been attacked inside the house. Additionally, the lack of any signs of forced entry or struggle pointed to the chilling possibility that the attack came from within the home, with Brian Walsh likely being the assailant. Brian Walshy's attempts to dispose of the evidence were both elaborate and horrifying. Investigators soon discovered that he had visited several dumpsters in different locations. A search of those dumpsters uncovered trash bags containing a host of incriminating items, including blood-stained clothing, cleaning supplies, and even parts of a dismembered body. In one of the most gruesome revelations, DNA analysis confirmed that the blood and body parts belonged to Anna Walshy. These findings turned the missing persons case into a murder investigation, with Brian now the primary suspect. While forensic evidence inside the home and in the dumpsters was mounting, digital forensics also played a crucial role in the case. Authorities examined both Brian and Anna's phone records, which revealed discrepancies in Brian's account of events. Anna's phone phone had not left the house on the day Brian claimed she went to the airport. In fact, her phone continued to ping from the Walshy residence for several hours after her alleged departure, further solidifying the theory that she never left the house alive. With a growing mountain of evidence against him, Brian Walsh was officially charged with murder on January 17, 2023. At the time of his arrest, Brian appeared calm and collected, maintaining his innocence. However, the prosecution wasted no time in building a comprehensive case against him. The prosecution's argument centered on the idea that Brian had planned Anna's murder well in advance. His erratic behavior, suspicious purchases, and damning internet searches all pointed to premeditation. Prosecutors highlighted that Brian stood to gain financially from Anna's death, as their relationship had become strained and there were potential financial motives at play. The Home Depot purchases, internet searches, and the forensic evidence, particularly the blood found in the basement and on the knife, were presented as key pieces of the prosecution's case. Brian's defense attorneys faced an uphill battle from the start. Their strategy largely involved casting doubt on the prosecution's timeline and challenging the forensic evidence. They argued that there was no concrete proof of how or when Anna had died and suggested that the prosecution's case was circumstantial. However, with the weight of evidence stacking up against him, their arguments struggled to hold ground. As details of the case emerged, the media and public followed closely. True crime enthusiasts, news outlets, and social media exploded with theories about Brian's motives and the chilling nature of Anna's disappearance. The case became a national headline, with many drawing comparisons to other high-profile cases of domestic violence and murder.
Anna Walsh disappeared on New Year's Day, and her body has not been found. Prosecutors are relying on surveillance video, physical evidence, and DNA analysis to build a murder case. The prosecutor ran through a laundry list of internet searches Walsh allegedly did on his son's iPad between January 1st and 3rd about dismemberment and disposal of a body.
In September 2023, after months of trial proceedings, Brian Walshy was found guilty of Anna Walshy's murder. The jury deliberated for just a few hours, given the overwhelming evidence against him. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, a decision that brought some semblance of justice to Anna's family, though nothing could bring back the mother of three. The Anna Walshy case serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of domestic violence and the lengths to which some will go to conceal their crimes. It's a chilling tale of betrayal, where a husband, trusted by his wife, turns into her murderer. The extensive forensic and digital evidence, alongside Brian's increasingly suspicious behavior, made it clear that this was a premeditated act of violence. Anna Walshy's disappearance and murder captivated the nation, shedding light on the darker aspects of human nature and the importance of vigilance in missing person cases. In the wake of Anna's tragic death, advocates for domestic violence awareness and prevention have used her story as a platform for greater conversation. Her case has highlighted the need for early intervention, stronger protective measures, and education surrounding the signs of abuse in relationships. The tragic end of Anna Walshy's life serves as a warning and a call to action for greater awareness of domestic violence and the importance of supporting those in vulnerable situations. Anna Walshy's story reminds us of the dark realities that can hide behind closed doors. If you or someone you know is in an abusive relationship, there are resources available. Please seek help, speak out, and don't wait until it's too late. Anna's story is heartbreaking, but it's also a story that needs to be told. For more true crime cases and the lessons they teach us, subscribe and join us as we continue exploring the stories that deserve to be heard.